Hi, I'm Dorinda from Primordial Door Tarot, and I'm here to do a Gemini reading today for April the 10th to 13th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build this channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I do. For Gemini, please. For Gemini. What's up with Gemini today? It's cutting the deck. Okay. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some cards for Gemini, please? Some cards for Gemini. What messages do we have for Gemini today? For Gemini. All right. Okay, Gemini, bottom of the deck, we have the Universe card, number 21 of the Major Arcana. All right, Gemini, this signifies that some timeline in your life is coming to an end now. There's a timeline collapse. This is 21, last card of the Major Arcana. Okay, and a new one is beginning. Something ends, something new starts. And this is a direct message from the universe telling you that you can have anything you want, Gemini. Just keep your standards high, pick something really great that you want, and hold the vibration of that thing that you want. And it's attraction-based universe, and like attracts like, and you will attract it. You don't have to do anything. It'll come to you. Aim high, Gemini. Aim high. All right. Something new is beginning. Okay, Gemini. Present situation. You have the beautiful Princess of Cups. Well, she's dreaminess, romantic, all about love, fantasies and desires. And she's looking for her prince. But she's all about love, all about good feeling. And that's where you are right now, Gemini. So, the universe card indicates something's ending. Perhaps it is in love. Perhaps. It could be a living situation or a job or something like that. But you know, something's coming to an end and something new's beginning. And you're sitting in a beautiful place, Gemini. All right. Your challenge is Saturn in Taurus, 7 of Discs, failure. Okay, well, you've gone through failures, Gemini, in love and in work and in life. And they taught you everything you know. So you don't, you don't look badly upon them because they helped you get where you are today. And that's your challenge. Is not to worry about the failures in love or anything else, because you're starting a fresh start now. You got a fresh start, new beginning, a new timeline's happening for you. So these failures taught you, so you know you do it different next time, Gemini. And that's all right. You got to be taught, you know. In the so below position, we have Moon in Libra, 2 of Swords, peace. Okay, so you have no arguing or fighting in your life. So you got a bit of peace, and you're sitting back, and you're taking your time before you make your next move, before you start this new timeline. Gemini, before you start this new timeline, you're going to think about things. You're going to think about those failures and what they taught you, and you're going to wait to make your move when the time is right, okay? Be smart about it. Don't be hasty. All right, and you'll move when the time is perfect. All right, Gemini, in your past position, which could be yesterday, last week, or 5 years ago, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, 8 of Wands, swiftness. So you're not going to be able to take too long there because things are going to move along quickly, okay? You think you got time, but things are going to happen, and you better get ready because this is the swiftness card. So it'll be sooner than later, Gemini, before this new timeline starts. So, get your priorities in order. All right, Gemini, your future. I love this card. Mars in Capricorn, 3 of Discs, work. Okay, this is not your 9 to 5 work. This is something that, speaks to your soul. It's new, like a work situation. Like I always say, you know, maybe if you did photography or art or music or something on the side, that now you're going to make that your full-time gig. Something like that. You're going to be the boss. Get some boss up energy going. And you be the boss of your own thing, something that you love, and then it won't feel like work when you go and you do something that you love every day. And it can be something that's completely just suitable for you, Gemini. Individuality, you know, so it's different for every single person. And this is a great card. And this is great reading because something's coming to an end. Things are going to move along quickly. And you're going to get to some new, beautiful, new beginning here in the work. Something that, you know, makes you totally happy. Doing something that you love to do, and you make that your full-time gig. And you're the boss of the whole situation. And nobody's telling you what to do. And you can create and use your creativity. And that's beautiful. And things are going to move along. Okay, Gemini. This great cards. Great cards today, Gemini. Okay, your near future. You have major arcana. You have the Hanged Man card. Okay, this is about taking a time out. Self-reflection. Okay? Introspection. Meditation. Getting a new perspective on life. Okay? Because, you know, the things that you look at every day, if you get a new perspective, then you'll see them differently, all right? And you want to see them differently because you want to start this new thing, okay? And it's going to rock and roll along, Gemini. So take some time out, figure out what you want in life. Like, how do you want your work to be? Do you want to work at home? Do you want to travel? Do you want to do a little of this, little of that? How do you want your love life to be? Because you do have the Princess of Cups here, okay? It has to do with love and work, all right? Figure out these things, you know. What kind of love? Where do you want to live? Country, city? Where do you want to work? How do you want to make that work so it works for you? Get a new perspective, okay? And that is your present situation, the beautiful Princess of Cups. So it has something to do with love and a new beginning, totally. Yeah, so take that time out and figure out what you want to do. Okay, because that'll be the greatest thing you ever do. Yeah, you don't want to work for somebody else and being, you know, someone else is in control. You want to be the boss. You want to be in control. So figure it out, Gemini. Get some ideas. And you get the ideas by going within. Like I always say, go within. Okay, your internal position. You have Jupiter in Libra, 4 of Swords, peace. So you have truce. You have truce and peace here. Okay, so maybe, you know, if there was some arguing or upsets in the past, you got truce and peace. Look at those colors. I love those. That's beautiful. Okay, so that's more of the same type of energy. This one, you know, you're waiting to make your move. 4 of Swords, truce. So there's no arguing anymore. This one here is about letting go of thought patterns and belief systems that may be holding you back, or other things in your life that may be holding you back. Okay, this is about releasing, and this is internal, in your internal position. Okay, so you're thinking about it. Well, you are, right? You go in that hangman, figure out what you want to do, okay? And then you release the things that are holding you back. This is a great reading because it's flowing right along here. It's directing you. You're being guided by the universe, Gemini. Okay? Take that time out. Think about that new work thing you want to do. And then you got to release some things. You know, it could be just the way you've been thinking all your life. Maybe you were taught that way growing up as a kid or something. And maybe those thought patterns aren't working for you anymore. Because, you know, they weren't tailored for you. They were tailored for someone else. So you got to stop thinking that way sometimes. You know, just things, what you got drilled in your head when you were a kid. So this is your internal position. You got to let go of some thought patterns, belief systems. All right, in your environment, you have Venus in Cancer, 2 of Cups, love. All right, well, here's a bit of love coming now, Gemini, in your environment. So perhaps there's somebody in your environment you got your eye on, because the beautiful Princess of Cups is your present position. And in your environment, you got 2 of Cups, love. So maybe there's someone around in your environment. Maybe they're at work. Maybe they live down the street. Maybe it's someone you seen at a class or something, and you got your eye on somebody, okay? And you're thinking about love. All right, Gemini, and a new beginning. And you're waiting, being very smart and patient. You're going to make the move when the time's right. Perfect. And you're going to release some thought patterns that are holding you back from love. You know, and there's the love in your environment. Wow, Gemini, this is about new work and possibly new love as well. This is a beautiful reading, Gemini. Okay, perfect. In your hopes and fears, you got Major Arcana, you got the Hermit card. Okay, this is another card about going within. This is much the same as this one here. All right, you got to take another time out. This Hermit has walked up all those miles holding that lamp, has so much experience, has so much life knowledge, okay? And very wise. So it's time for you. Before you start these new things, you've got to take a time out. Do some meditation or just sit quietly and think about how you want all these things to unfold, all right? And that's what the Hermit's here to tell you, and that's what the Hangman's here to tell you. To do the same thing. You don't move hastily. Make a plan. You know, figure out what direction you want to go. Because if you don't figure out the things you want in life, your life will fall together by default. And then you won't be happy. It won't make you happy. You got to put the pieces together by yourself. All right? That's a beautiful card. You got a great reading here, Gemini. Beautiful. The final card in the outcome of this reading, Gemini, is the beautiful Ace of Swords. All right, that's an ace. That's your new beginning. That's the Magician's sword cutting through those clouds to clarity and high intuition. You've been crowned 22 rays, 11 and 11. All right, so you have the gift of high intuition right now. So you know what you want, what you're doing. Oh, it's a beautiful ending to this, okay? And this is an ace, the new beginning. So we start off with the number 21 of the Major Arcana. Something's coming to an end. And the last card of this reading is an ace, something new's beginning. And it can be in love here and this work, which is not work. It is something that's calling to your soul. It's your purpose in life. You're going to find your purpose in life and start that. And it possibly has to do with love because you have the Two of Cups, Princess of Cups, and the Ace of High Intuition. So you're going to know what time to make your move, like I said, in love or whatever it is, work, and you're going to know. You're going to know when to do it. You're going to know what to say, and it's beautiful. What a beautiful reading. Oh, wow, look at that, Gemini. That's perfect. This is a perfect reading. It just flowed. It flowed together perfectly, and it looks like you have new start in love and work, and it's going to happen quicker than you think. All right, Gemini, that's fabulous reading. I'd like to conclude with an animal spirit card for Gemini, please, for Gemini. Please give me a card for Gemini. For Gemini. Okay, Gemini. We have Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. All right, all these new beginnings. Okay, the bees, they work and they work. And do you think that other people have all the sweetness in life and then that sweetness is not for you? All the, you know, advantages and all the good things in life. You see other people have them. Well, they're for everybody. Sweet results await. There's lots to go around. There is no shortage. No one has to do without. Because you get a whole lot doesn't mean that someone else gets less. No, there's enough honey to go around for everybody. Sweet results await, Gemini. What a beautiful card to end this reading. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I did, and I'll catch you next time.